Let's be honest, most of us have a love-hate relationship with anything that feels sticky on our skin. Maybe you've had that moment where you put on a new lotion or cream, and suddenly your face feels like it's been coated in glue. You touch your cheek, and your fingers almost stick to your skin. It's not a pleasant feeling, right? That sticky, tacky sensation can make you want to wash your face all over again. For some, it's enough to avoid certain products altogether. But what if I told you that not all sticky-feeling products are bad for your skin? In fact, some of them, like Vaseline, have been misunderstood for years. So, if you're someone who cringes at the thought of sticky skin, you're definitely not alone. But before you write off Vaseline as just another greasy mess, let's take a closer look at what it really does and doesn't do for your skin. Maybe you've seen that little blue and white jar sitting on a shelf in your bathroom, or maybe you've spotted it in your mom's or grandma's medicine cabinet. You might have even used it once or twice, but never really understood what all the fuss was about. Vaseline, also known as petroleum jelly, has been around for over 150 years. That's right, generations of people have used it for everything from dry lips to diaper rash. But despite its long history, there's still a lot of confusion about what Vaseline can actually do for your skin. Is it a miracle cure or just an old-fashioned remedy that's been replaced by fancier products? If you're curious about Vaseline, you're not alone. In fact, curiosity is the first step to understanding what's real and what's just a myth when it comes to skincare. So let's dive in and separate the facts from the fiction. There's a lot of information out there about Vaseline. Some of it true, some of it not so much. Over the years, Vaseline has picked up a reputation for being everything from a miracle worker to a pore-clogging disaster. But how much of what you've heard is actually based on science, and how much is just greasy gossip passed down from friend to friend or from one beauty blog to another? Today, we're going to bust some of the most common myths about Vaseline, so you can make informed decisions about your skincare routine. Whether you're a skincare newbie or a seasoned pro, it's always good to know what's really going on with the products you use. So, let's get started and clear up the confusion once and for all. Let's tackle one of the biggest myths right off the bat. Vaseline clogs your pores. You've probably heard this one before, maybe from a friend, a family member, or even a beauty influencer online. The idea is that because Vaseline is thick and greasy, it must block your pores and cause breakouts. But here's the truth. Vaseline is actually non-comedogenic, which means it doesn't clog pores. Dermatologists have tested it, and the science backs it up. When applied to clean skin, Vaseline forms a protective barrier on the surface, but it doesn't sink into your pores or trap dirt and oil inside. In fact, it can even help protect your skin from environmental irritants and prevent moisture loss. So, if you've been avoiding Vaseline because you're worried about breakouts, you can breathe a sigh of relief. It's safe to use, even if you have sensitive or acne-prone skin. Just make sure your skin is clean before you apply it. That old rumor about Vaseline being bad for your skin? It's just that, a rumor. In reality, Vaseline is one of the best products out there for locking in moisture. If you struggle with dry, flaky skin, especially during the winter months, Vaseline can be a game changer. Here's how it works. After you apply your regular moisturizer, you can add a thin layer of Vaseline on top. This creates a seal that keeps all that good moisture from evaporating into the air. Think of it like putting a lid on a pot of soup. You're keeping all the hydration inside where your skin needs it most. People with eczema, psoriasis, or just plain dry skin have been using Vaseline for decades to soothe irritation and prevent further dryness. And the best part? It's affordable, widely available, and free from fragrances and dyes that can irritate sensitive skin. So, the next time your skin feels parched, don't be afraid to reach for that little jar of Vaseline. Your skin will thank you. Now, let's talk about another common myth. Vaseline heals cuts overnight. You might have heard someone say that if you put Vaseline on a cut or scrape before bed, you'll wake up in the morning and it'll be completely healed. Sounds amazing, right? But the truth is a little more complicated. While Vaseline does help wounds heal faster, it doesn't actually speed up the body's natural healing process in a magical way. What it does do is keep the wound moist, which is important for proper healing. When a cut dries out, it can form a scab, which can slow down the healing process and increase the risk of scarring. By keeping the wound moist with Vaseline, you're creating the ideal environment for your skin to repair itself. This means less itching, less pain, and a lower chance of developing a noticeable scar. So, while Vaseline won't make your cuts disappear overnight, it will help them heal better and more comfortably. Let's break it down even further. When you get a minor cut or scrape, your body immediately starts working to repair the damage. White blood cells rush to the area to fight off infection, and new skin cells begin to grow. If the wound dries out, those new cells have a harder time moving across the surface to close the gap. That's where Vaseline comes in. By keeping the wound moist, Vaseline helps those new cells move more easily, speeding up the healing process. It also acts as a barrier, protecting the wound from dirt, bacteria, and other irritants that could cause infection. So, while it's not a miracle cure, Vaseline is a valuable tool in your first aid kit. Just remember to clean the wound thoroughly before applying Vaseline and cover it with a bandage if needed. With a little patience and proper care, your skin will heal beautifully. Here's a myth that's especially popular on social media. Vaseline makes your eyelashes grow. You've probably seen beauty gurus and influencers raving about how Vaseline gave them longer, fuller lashes in just a few weeks. But is there any truth to this claim? Unfortunately, the answer is no. Vaseline doesn't contain any ingredients that can stimulate hair growth. What it does do is coat your lashes, making them look shinier and more defined. This can create the illusion of thicker, healthier lashes, but it won't actually make them grow longer or faster. If you're looking for real lash growth, you'll need to use products that contain ingredients like peptides or prostaglandin analogs, which have been clinically proven to promote hair growth. In the meantime, Vaseline can be a great way to condition your lashes and give them a glossy finish, but don't expect any miracles. Let's talk about what Vaseline can actually do for your lashes. When you apply a small amount to your lashes, it helps to lock in moisture and prevent them from becoming dry and brittle. This can be especially helpful if you use mascara or other eye makeup on a regular basis, as these products can sometimes cause your lashes to become weak and prone to breakage. By keeping your lashes hydrated, Vaseline can help them stay healthy and strong. Plus, the shiny finish it provides can make your eyes look brighter and more awake. Just be careful not to get Vaseline in your eyes, as it can cause irritation. Use a clean mascara wand or cotton swab to apply a thin layer, and always remove it before going to bed to avoid any potential buildup. So, while Vaseline won't give you longer lashes, it can help you make the most of what you've already got. Now, let's address another common misconception. Vaseline is a moisturizer. This one is tricky because while Vaseline does help your skin feel softer and smoother, it doesn't actually add moisture to your skin. Instead, Vaseline acts as an occlusive, which means it forms a barrier on the surface of your skin to prevent water from escaping. Think of it like wrapping your skin in a protective blanket. This is different from a true moisturizer, which contains ingredients like glycerin or hyaluronic acid that draw water into the skin. So if you're dealing with dry skin, it's important to use a moisturizer first and then apply Vaseline on top to lock in all that hydration. This two-step process is especially helpful for people with very dry or sensitive skin, as it helps to maximize the benefits of your skincare routine. Let's break down how to use Vaseline in your skincare routine for the best results. After cleansing your face, apply your favorite moisturizer while your skin is still slightly damp. This helps to trap as much moisture as possible. Once the moisturizer has absorbed, take a small amount of Vaseline and gently pat it onto the areas that need extra protection, like your cheeks, lips, or any dry patches. You don't need to use a lot. A little goes a long way. The Vaseline will create a barrier that keeps all that good moisture locked in, so your skin stays hydrated and healthy. This technique is especially useful during the winter months when cold air and indoor heating can strip your skin of its natural oils. By using Vaseline as the final step in your routine, you're giving your skin an extra layer of defense against the elements. Here's another myth that needs to be busted. Vaseline is only for dry skin. While it's true that Vaseline is a lifesaver for people with dry or sensitive skin, it can actually be beneficial for all skin types. Whether you have oily, combination, or normal skin, there are plenty of ways to incorporate Vaseline into your routine. For example, if you have oily skin, you might be hesitant to use Vaseline because you're worried about making your skin even greasier. But remember, Vaseline is non-comedogenic, so it won't clog your pores or cause breakouts. In fact, using a small amount on areas that tend to get dry, like around your nose or on your lips, can help balance your skin and prevent overproduction of oil. People with combination skin can use Vaseline to target specific problem areas, while those with normal skin can use it as a protective barrier during harsh weather conditions. The key is to use it sparingly and only where you need it. Vaseline isn't just for your face, either. There are countless ways to use it all over your body. For example, if you're an athlete or someone who enjoys running or cycling, you know how painful chafing can be. Applying a thin layer of Vaseline to areas that are prone to friction, like your inner thighs or underarms, can help prevent irritation and keep your skin comfortable. If you've ever burned yourself while cooking or using a curling iron, you can use Vaseline to soothe minor burns and protect the skin as it heals. And here's a fun beauty hack. If you want your favorite perfume to last longer, try dabbing a little Vaseline on your wrists or neck before spraying. The Vaseline will help hold the scent so you smell amazing all day long. These are just a few examples of how versatile Vaseline can be. With a little creativity, you can find even more ways to make it work for you. The next time someone tells you that Vaseline is just an old-fashioned product that doesn't belong in a modern skincare routine, you'll be ready to set the record straight. Armed with the facts, you can confidently explain that Vaseline is a safe, effective, and affordable option for a wide range of skin concerns. Whether you're dealing with dryness, irritation, or just looking for a way to protect your skin from the elements, Vaseline has got you covered. And if your friends are still skeptical, share some of these myth-busting tips with them. You might just change their minds and help them discover a new favorite product in the process. Remember, skincare is all about finding what works for you, and there's no shame in sticking with a classic if it gets the job done. At the end of the day, Vaseline is more than just a jar of petroleum jelly. It's a tried and true staple that has stood the test of time. From soothing dry skin to protecting minor cuts and burns, from preventing chafing to making your perfume last longer, Vaseline is a true multitasker. It's affordable, easy to find, and safe for all skin types. So, don't be afraid to embrace the slick stuff. Sometimes, the simplest solutions are the best ones. Your skin deserves to feel smooth, hydrated, and protected, and Vaseline can help you achieve that. So go ahead, give it a try, and see for yourself why so many people swear by this humble little jar. Stay smooth, legends, and remember, when it comes to skincare, knowledge is your best friend.